Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Good morning. The Mizzou women's basketball team finished off a homestand last night hosting the Kentucky Wildcats. Tigers are ranked 15th in the country, but 7th place in the SEC. They've only beaten Kentucky once since joining the conference. Tight game here in the first quarter when Sophie Cunningham takes over. She drives and finishes over 2 defenders. Next possession, it's Cunningham distributing the ball. She finds Jordan Frericks under the basket for the layup. End of the first quarter, it's Frericks again. This time, the floater beats the buzzer. Frericks with 15 points in the first half. Second quarter, back to Cunningham. She hits the triple. She made her first 5 shots, including 3 three-pointers. A few minutes later, ball movement from Missouri. Amber Smith banks it off the glass for 3. You don't see that very often. Cunningham, though, does leave the game briefly in the second quarter with a wrist injury, but would return and clearly not bothered by it. She hits a 3 early in the second half and finishes with 29 points. Kentucky not going away, though. Three-pointer here cuts Missouri's lead to 6, but Mizzou answers right back. Amber Smith scores on the next possession. Missouri holds on to win this one, 83-78. Tigers are now 7-4 in conference play. Back in action Sunday at Arkansas. An AFC West showdown between the Chiefs and Oakland Raiders. KC just 2-2, but the Raiders are off to an impressive start at 4-1. Rainy day in Oakland yesterday, but despite the raindrops, the Raiders got on the board first. Derek Carr hits Andre Holmes, who makes a spectacular catch in the back of the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown. 7-0 Oakland. Second quarter, all tied at 7. Jamal Charles injured for most of the season. He gets a 4-yard rushing score. Charles' first touchdown this season gives the Chiefs a 13-7 lead. A little creative play calling going on here. Defensive lineman Dontari Poe catches it in the backfield and lowers his head to bulldoze forward for a 1-yard touchdown. 20-10 Kansas City, and the Chiefs defense continued to terrorize Derek Carr. On second down, Carr takes off and is strip sacked by Dee Ford. Tom Bahali recovers the fumble for Kansas City at its own 12-yard line, and that'd be the nail in the coffin. The Chiefs, your winners, 26-10, your final. The second round of the high school football playoffs kicked off last night with Rockbridge looking to extend its season against Blue Springs South. The 9-1 Rockbridge Bruins getting fired up to defend their home turf. And folks, as a matter of fact, this was an ugly game to say the least. In the first quarter, quarterback Trevor Tweehouse can't find anyone open, so he's going to take off, does a quick spin move, cuts back, and gets tripped up. Unfortunately, just like the Rockbridge offense, as a matter of fact, as this one was 0-0 at the half. Second half, Tweehouse finds Mizzou commit Nate Pete for a touchdown. But hold on, folks, there's some laundry on the field. A holding penalty is going to call the touchdown back. Rockbridge would go down 10-0 in the fourth, but tie it up and force overtime, only to fall in a heartbreaking 16-13 upset to end their magnificent season. Battle looking to make another deep postseason run after making semis in 2016, hosting Ruskin. First play for Ruskin, Shakespeare Williams can't handle the snap and battles Samil Harris, falls on it, but the Spartans were cold literally and figuratively after a bye week. Later in the first, quarterback Jaron Lewis looks deep, but the wind carries the ball into the arms of a Golden Eagle defender. The Spartans could not score in the first half, but in the third quarter, Darren Jordan takes care of that. He takes this carry and he eats up the defense. Look at him go. 19 yards for the score. Battle goes on to win 21-0. Spartans will take on Belton next week. And for scores from all of last night's playoff action, check out KOMU 8 Sports on Twitter at KOMU Sports. On the college circuit, it's also a big weekend for the Missouri Tiger football team as head coach Barry Odom leads the Tigers on a road trip to UConn against the 2-3 Huskies. Could be a big day for junior quarterback Drew Lock, as UConn has the 130th ranked pass defense at the FBS level. That's out of 130 teams. The offense has averaged 43 points a game over the past 3 weeks, after averaging just 10 in the 3 weeks prior. It's the last non-conference game for the Tigers before 4 straight SEC games to close out the 2017 regular season, and kickoff is tonight at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Yesterday, Mizzou cross-country star Carissa Schweizer took home even more hardware, as the senior from Iowa captured her second straight SEC individual cross-country title. The race took place in Athens, Georgia, where Schweizer finished 30 seconds ahead of any other runner. And if I remember anything from my high school cross-country days, that's pretty good. As for the Tiger team, Schweizer powered Mizzou to a 4th-place finish overall. That's back-to-back top 5 finishes for Mizzou for the first time since 2005. The 13th-ranked Missouri Tigers look to extend their 3-game win streak to 4 against the Auburn Tigers last night. Players decked out in pink for the annual Play for K games. Let's start things off in the second half. Missouri up double digits, passes Sierra Porter, who drives and finds Lauren Aldridge for 3. She buries it, and Mizzou goes up by 17 early in the third quarter. But Auburn not going away quietly. They make a run after a missed shot by Deja Alexander. She comes up with a steal and makes up for it with the lay-in, counted, and the foul. But the Missouri ball movement was just a little too much for Auburn to handle. Here it leads to a Jordan Roundtree three in the corner, and there's nothing but net on that one. Mizzou goes up by 10 midway through the fourth quarter, and later, just for good measure, here's Jordan Frericks driving and laying it up and in. She had a game-high 19 points, and the Tigers win 59-51, Mizzou that is, and they pick up their 21st win of the season. Some high school hoops last night, the Battle Girls visiting the Lady Jays of Jefferson City. To Jefferson City High School we go. Fleming Fieldhouse is the venue, and a little last-minute advice from Coach Brad Conway getting his team fired up for the contest. It'll be all steals for the Lady Jays early, as Cara Daly gets the steal, tosses it to Caitlin Anderson, who slings it down to a wide-open Sarah Lithicum for 2 points, and the Jays are off and running. On the next battle possession, Lithicum does it herself. This time she grabs the steal from Alia Williams and takes it all the way down the court for the bucket. Jefferson City taking advantage of battle turnovers, and they weren't quite done just yet. Then on a third straight battle possession, yes, a third straight, it's another Jefferson City steal. This time it's junior Caitlin Anderson who steals the inbound pass and takes it all the way to cap off a 14-0 Jefferson City run. And now fast forward to the end of the first half, Tori LePage is just off with her shot, but Cara Daly puts up the offensive rebound at the buzzer to put the Lady Jays up 39-13 at the half. The Lady Jays win big. Staying on the court, a couple of girls' high school games in Jefferson City. We start with Rockbridge taking on the Lady Jays. Both teams taking to the hardwood with identical records at 14-6. Early on, freshman Hannah Nigels hits the three-pointer, and the Jays lead 11-6. Rockbridge, though, would answer. Katie Clucking is found in the corner, and she knocks down the three-pointer as the Bruins keep up with the pace. Next possession, Aaron Pewitt finds Clucking again, 6 straight points for Clucking, and the Bruins only trail by 1. Jefferson City starting to go inside, however, as here Sarah Lithicum grabs the offensive rebound. She lays it up and in. Rockbridge coach Jill Nagel trying to get her team to stop the inside scoring, but the Jays too big, too strong. This time it's Mika Lithicum with the rebound and putback, and the Lady Jays win 51-47. Moving down the street to Hickman at Helias. Hickman moving the ball well. And the first shot here misses, but Taylor Spencer cleans it up with the rebound and putback. But Helias had 3 girls in double digits. Senior Erin Wyrick scored 14 points, including this nice bucket through traffic. And then Ellie Rockers takes this for 2. She also finished in double digits. Hickman trying to keep up, though. Coach Anna Rorving drawing something up, and Kaylee Johnson is going to knock down the three-pointer off the inbound pass, and the Cupies only trail by 8. But Helias too strong. Rockers takes this one all the way. Helias never lets up control, and they win 49-38. And lastly, the St. Louis Blues faced a critical divisional matchup last night at home against the surging Colorado Avalanche. The Blues lost Tuesday night to the Minnesota Wild 6-2, and goaltender Carter Hutton getting his 3rd consecutive start. Here he makes a save early on this Colorado shot. And how's this for a start? Just 3 seconds in, Braden Shen and Gabriel Landeskog drop the gloves. First time Shen has fought since joining the Blues. Coach Mike Yo juggling the forward lines to generate some offense. Just 4 goals in their last 3 games. Shen doing it all. He gets the Blues on the board in the first period with this power play goal, his 22nd goal of the year. Blues up 1-0, and St. Louis would run away with this one. Blues win it 6-1. That's it for sports.